The SAT loves this type of question. This is a very easy version of this kind of like mean question that they're asking here, but there are going to be other tests where they ask harder versions of this, but either way, the process is the same. So first of all, we just need to see that the mean is just another word for average, okay? Why are there two words? I don't really know. Who cares? This is just one of those things. Get those words in your brain to mean the same thing. When we see that they're asking about average, we know no matter what, we're supposed to write the average formula on our page. It's a way of getting this idea out of our heads and onto the page so that we can more easily work with it. So the formula for average that I use is that the average is equal to the sum of the numbers over the number of numbers, okay? There's lots of different ways to phrase it, but the formula is the same. Whatever your way is, that's great. Just put it on the page. Now, because we have it on the page, we have things to do. We have an objective. It's to fill in as much of it as we can. Now, they tell us in the question that the mean is 1,600. So that goes on the left side there. Easy enough. We can also tell that there are 5 numbers. They literally say it, but we can also count them because they gave us the list. So that's on the bottom. Now the sum on the top, we have a version of it. So we know that we're supposed to add, and we see the word sum, so that's 700 plus 1,200 plus 1,600 plus 2,000 plus this mystery number x. So my formula is a little off balance because of the 5, but it's fine. I've got a lot of stuff now in places where I can do things. So now it's just a matter of solving for x. It's no longer about statistics. It's no longer about algebra or about arithmetic. It's just about kind of like solving for x, basic algebra here. So let's do it. I would start by adding together all of this stuff on the top. So this is where I'm going to definitely use my calculator. So 700 plus 1,200 plus 1,600 plus 2,000, make sure I do all that right, is 5,500. And don't forget that x hasn't disappeared. We can't mush it in because it's a different kind of thing. Okay, great. So over 5 is equal to 1,600. Now, I want to undo the division so that I can get x kind of more by itself. So we undo division by doing multiplication, which means we're going to multiply both sides by 5. I'm going to do that in my calculator too. 1,600 times 5 is 8,000, and that's equal to 5,500 plus x. And our last step is let's get x by itself. Subtract 5,500. And again, I've got the calculator. Why not use it? 8,000 minus 5,500 is 2,500. And that is equal to x. And that is our answer. That's it. So we started with a more complex equation that we had to build ourselves, but once we have it, it's really just basic algebra solving. So just show your work so that you don't make any careless mistakes. And showing your work also includes that first step that we took, which was putting the formula on the page so we have some material for our brain to start working with. Don't keep it in your head. As much as possible, when you have an idea in your head, put it on the page. That lets your brain, that frees up some space in here for the next idea, which might be the key to solving the question. So put it on the page. Cannot stress that enough.